In this video, we'll talk about the simple yet complex flavors from one of our Asian neighbors, Vietnam. It'll be a mouth-watering episode, so get ready because it's munch time! Hello there and welcome to Lockdown Munchies, your guide to the yummiest goodies this side of the community quarantine. My name is Extro and today we'll have a dose of Vietnamese cuisine. You know, I've always wanted to go to Ho Chi Minh and savor all the flavors that it can offer. Sadly, this pandemic happened before I could ever book a ticket, so my craving will just have to wait. Or does it? There are a lot of Vietnamese food sellers and restaurants here in Metro Manila, so I know I can still have my fix. And they taste wonderful too. As a matter of fact, I'm having some today and I'm excited. But before you and I dive into some nice hot pho, let's get to know Vietnamese cuisine just a little bit. Vietnamese cuisine is a marriage between different flavors and cultures. Since Vietnam is close to Thailand, Cambodia, and China, you get all those influences incorporated into their daily lives. Towards the north, the taste and profile borrow a lot from the Chinese, and as it heads down south, flavors bend to neighboring Cambodia and Thailand. Then of course, there's that French influence because Vietnam was occupied by France for quite a while, and you can definitely taste some of those intricate flavors there. Vietnamese food is layers upon layers of goodness that both flavor junkies and comfort food seekers could enjoy. Let's talk about some of their more famous dishes. By the way, the food today comes from So Mot, an authentic Vietnamese food place in Pasig that offers a gamut of goodies that satisfy both the tongue and the wallet. So Mot means number one in Vietnamese, and that excites me a lot because if you're that confident to say that you're number one, it means you know what you're talking about. You can find the link to their social media pages on the description below. Okay, on to my favorite part of this vlog, tasting the food. We'll mostly have some of the more famous ones that you probably know of already, but hey, come on, be honest. You'll still crave for it even if you had it over and over again. Let's begin with the fresh spring rolls. Okay, my Vietnamese is really bad. Actually, it's non-existent. So instead of saying its Vietnamese name, I will just call it by its English description. I'll just show the Vietnamese name on screen. This is actually their version of our lumpia. The wrapper is made of rice, and it also has, I think, vermicelli noodles inside, some carrots, some veggies, actually, I see cucumber there, and some shrimp. All right, and what you do is you dip it in the peanut sauce that is provided. Let's taste it. I love the fact that when I bit into this fresh spring roll, there was just a crunch. That means the vegetables are really fresh. And the contrast of textures, because I also bit into the softness of the vermicelli rice, which was, that was awesome. And the fact that it's got the peanut sauce that complements the whole thing is nice. Okay, next we have vermicelli noodles mixed with meat and vegetables. I read it as Bun Cha. If I'm wrong, please correct my pronunciation, please. Comes with a sauce made of vinegar. There's also some sugar to make it a little sweeter. There's also, I smell some, I think that's some garlic as well, some chilies. Not really sure if I smell some fish sauce in there, but now let's add it to our Bun Cha or vermicelli noodle bowl. This one is made of fish meat, or there's fish meat here. The thing is, whenever I order stuff at Vietnamese restaurants, I always overlook this goodie, and now is the first time I'm going to try Bun Cha. This is like fish cake. Just gonna try it. Ooh. It's not Thai mint, it's Thai, I think it's not Thai basil, I think it's Thai mint. It's good, I like it. Fish cake's a little spicy. I like it, I like that little kick. And I also enjoy the touch of Thai mint, or is it Thai basil? That really works well here. That provides that nice layer of flavor. It's quite a generous serving too. I love that minty touch. I'm enjoying this dish. Okay, next is sizzling rice pancake, which is made out of, well, rice flour. There's also some coconut milk and turmeric. Okay, that's why I'm so excited and curious to try this dish because I wonder how this would taste. All that flavors mashed together. Let's pause to appreciate how all these flavors come together to create this wonderful dish. Well, you guys pause for a bit. I'm going to dig in and appreciate. Also goes with salad. So what does this contain? Let's see. It's got some sprouts. It's also got some onions, and I guess that's some meat over there. Okay, interesting. I understand now why they put the salad there as well. The pancake is a little oily, and the salad kind of cuts into that oiliness and kind of cleanses your palate, so you could continue on and finish the whole dish. I think, you know, it's good. Of course, I took some photos, some videos of the dish. That's why it's a little cold now, but I imagine this, you know, done fresh and warm. Oh, it's gonna be a hit. If you're not so much into oily stuff, you're probably going to want to skip this because pancake has soaked up a lot of oil. Very different from savory pancakes that I'm used to, like for example crepes and also okonomiyaki. But it's got its own distinct appeal, so it's okay. A few dishes down, a few more to go. Let's go and have our next dish. So we're now going to go with one of the most famous Vietnamese dishes. I'm talking about pho, which is their version of noodle soup, or what we call here in the Philippines as Banh Mi. And yes, it's pronounced as pho, not pho, not pho, it's pho. Now, the broth of pho borrows some elements from French cuisine, and I never thought of it that way, so I am extra curious if my tongue is sophisticated enough to taste all of that. Of course, it comes with the usual sprouts and also some mint, and also the hoisin sauce mixed with some chili. There's something comforting about that broth. Feels like a huge hug. I ordered actually beef pho, which is one of the more famous types of pho. Wonderful contrasting flavors, and just a bit of history. When the French occupied Vietnam way back, the French of course had a lot of steak and they slaughtered a lot of cows, and of course they would throw the scraps. Now, resourceful Vietnamese chefs, what they did was take all of those beef bones, the tail, the scraps, they made this wonderful broth and put some other elements, and pho was born. The onion and the sprouts really provide that nice crunch, opposite flavors for your tongue, opposite textures. Wonderful. Thing is, I've always loved pho, and it's a comfort food that I enjoy. So I'm glad that I ordered this from So Mot because this is just amazing. This, you know, I mean, they got good pho, guys. And now for dessert, some banh mi. Okay, it's not dessert, but this Vietnamese sandwich is a hit. And it really has that French influence because they use French baguettes to make the sandwich. Traditionally, it's of course French baguette filled with some vegetables, some meat, traditionally roast pork, but they also put some Vietnamese ham in there. No, they don't put cheese, but they put some hoisin sauce. So let's go and begin. Let's try and taste it. I like the crustiness of the bread. Works really well with the hoisin sauce, the crunch of the veggies, plus of course the meat. I can't stop biting. And the hoisin sauce has some spice into it as well. So this is a good sandwich. This is a good banh mi. Banh mi can be served as breakfast, lunch, or dinner, even a snack. So when I visit Ho Chi Minh or Hanoi one of these days, I am going to get myself some banh mi. What a wonderful meal. You know, learning more about food culture, especially from our neighboring nations, has got me wanting to just pack my bags and fly all over Southeast Asia and sample as much as I could. Maybe next time when our lives are much better after this pandemic. And now for the verdict. Vietnamese food is oftentimes overlooked and not at the top of a lot of people's heads when they say Asian cuisine. But it deserves to be considered as one of the best, if only for the flavors that it exudes. I know you quickly think of pho or banh mi when you hear Vietnam food, but there are a lot more goodies that you should try from a long list of restaurants and street food favorites that come from a country that is also rich with a lot of history and culture. So Mot is just one of those places where you can try Vietnamese cuisine here, but it's also one of the tastiest, I must say. You can use GrabFood or Foodpanda to order some of their goodies, and of course, I will link their pages on the description below. Asia is really filled with vast culinary treats, and you should really try them. Check out some of them here. Always support local sellers and restaurants. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, now may be a good time to do so. Just hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any of the action. Remember, you can do so much even with just a little imagination. Eat well, and I'll see you again soon.